All right, let's talk about Mercedes-Benz, specifically the year 2026. Because what's happening? Well, it's not just a new model year, it's a full-on revolution. We're talking about one of the biggest pivots in the company's entire history. They're basically tearing up the rulebook on what a Mercedes is supposed to be. So let's dive in. For as long as anyone can remember, when you thought Mercedes, you thought about this. You thought about this. And of course, you absolutely thought about this, the heart of the machine. But see, for 2026, all of that is about to change. Now the new language is this. It's about this. And maybe most shockingly, it's about this. That familiar engine roar, it's being replaced by the whisper of electric power. So that's the big question we're tackling today, right? What in the world happens when a 140-year-old icon, a company built on a legacy of pure mechanical perfection, suddenly decides that its entire future is software? Okay, so before we can really get a grip on where they're headed, we gotta take a quick look back at what made Mercedes, well, Mercedes. This phrase right here, it's not just some snappy ad campaign. For decades, this has been the soul of the company. It's their engineering North Star. The goal was always to build the benchmark car, the one everyone else tries to copy. But here's the twist. The very definition of the best is being completely rewritten. And that brings us to right now, the 2026 watershed moment. Okay, this slide really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you've got the classic Mercedes playbook, mechanical perfection. It's all about the engine, the ride, the beautiful wood and leather. But on the other side, you have 2026, and it's a completely different game. It's digital first. It's about AI, software, and electric power. Think about it like this. They're transforming from a car company that uses technology into a technology company that just so happens to build cars. That is a massive, massive shift. And you know where you see this change most dramatically? The second you open the door. Let's look inside the new digital cockpit. The brains behind this whole operation is something called MB.OS, and you gotta understand, this isn't just a fancy new touchscreen menu. No way. This is the car's central nervous system. Mercedes built it themselves from the ground up to control everything. And here's the real kicker. Because it's all software, your car can get updates over the air, just like your phone. It literally gets smarter and better over time. And if you want to see just how ambitious they're being, look at this. 56 inches. That's the optional MB.OS Hyperscreen. It's a single curved piece of glass that stretches all the way across the dashboard, pillar to pillar. I mean, come on, that's not a screen, that's a piece of architecture. It's a statement. So they have a bit of a hierarchy with these new screens. The massive Hyperscreen, that's the top dog, the flagship you'll find in the EQS. But what's really smart is that they've created the super screen for other models, like the E-Class and the new CLA. It gives you that same panoramic, all-glass feeling, which means this whole digital-first experience isn't just for the most expensive cars. They're pushing it down through the lineup. But okay, it's not just about pretty glass, right? The tech behind it is where things get really cool. The voice assistant isn't just some clunky command system. It's powered by generative AI, so you can have an actual conversation with it. You've got fingerprint and face scanners that instantly pull up all your personal settings. And my favorite part is the zero-layer interface. The car's AI actually learns your habits and puts the apps you're most likely to need right on the home screen so you're not digging through menus while you're driving. All right, so that's the inside. But what about the actual drive? Because this revolution isn't just skin deep. It changes how the car moves and, believe it or not, how it thinks. So in their all-electric sedan lineup, you've basically got two main players right now, the EQE and the EQS. Think of the EQE as the sharp, modern executive sedan. It's a bit more compact, a bit more agile. The EQS, on the other hand, is the full-blown flagship. It's got that huge wheelbase for tons of legroom in the back, and it's actually a hatchback, so the cargo space is surprisingly massive. It's all about giving you clear choices depending on what you need from an electric car. And while the cars are going electric, they're also getting incredibly intelligent. The easiest way to think about their autonomous tech is to imagine 3 different roles the car can play. You've got your co-pilot, your urban co-pilot, and then the really big one, the chauffeur. Okay, so what do those names actually mean? Well, level 2 is what most of us are familiar with. It's your highway co-pilot, handling cruise control and keeping you in your lane. The new level 2++, which they call Drive Assist Pro, is a step up, designed to make city driving way less stressful. But the real headline grabber is level 3 Drive Pilot. This is the chauffeur.
In certain situations, like a traffic jam on the highway, this is true eyes-off driving. The car takes complete control and you are legally allowed to do other things. It's a huge step into the future of driving. So let's put it all together. You've got these incredible glass cockpits, the electric silence, AI that helps you drive. So what does that mean? What actually makes a Mercedes anymore? I think this quote from a Mercedes specialist absolutely nails it. The goal isn't just about building a better machine anymore. That's the old way of thinking. The new goal is to create an intuitive partner, something that knows you, helps you, and makes your entire journey better and safer.
And that leaves us with this one big, fascinating question to chew on. For 100 years, luxury was a feeling, wasn't it? It was the feel of the leather, the solid sound of the door closing, the smooth power of a big engine. But now, is luxury just a list of features? Is it all about screen size and AI smarts and software updates? And looking at everything we've seen about 2026, it seems like for Mercedes-Benz, the answer is a definite yes.